It was a chilly February morning in the small town of Willow Creek. The sun peeked through the clouds, casting a soft glow on the streets. Everyone was buzzing with excitement because Valentine's Day was just around the corner. In a cozy little house on Maple Street lived a girl named Mia. Mia was 12 years old, with bright blue eyes and curly brown hair. She loved art and spent most of her time painting beautiful pictures of nature. But this Valentine's Day felt different. Mia had a secret crush on a boy named Jake who sat next to her in class. He had sandy blonde hair and a smile that made her heart race. As Mia walked to school, she couldn't stop thinking about Jake. Would he notice her? Would he give her a Valentine? Her mind was filled with dreams of sweet notes and heart-shaped candies. When Mia arrived at school, everything looked festive. Red and pink decorations hung from the ceiling and the smell of cupcakes filled the air. But as she entered her classroom, something caught her eye. On her desk lay a small envelope decorated with colorful hearts. Curious, Mia picked up the envelope and turned it over. It had no name on it. Her heart raced as she carefully opened it. Inside was a beautiful card with a simple message: "Meet me at the old oak tree after school." She felt butterflies in her stomach as she imagined what might happen. Throughout the day, Mia couldn't focus on her lessons. She doodled hearts in her notebook and daydreamed about the meeting under the oak tree. Finally, the school bell rang and she rushed out of class, excitement bubbling inside her. The old oak tree stood at the edge of the playground, its branches stretching wide like welcoming arms. As Mia approached, she noticed that the sun was beginning to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. "Oh, could it be?" she whispered to herself. Mia waited nervously by the tree, glancing around for any sign of Jake or anyone else. Just then, she heard footsteps behind her. She turned around quickly and saw Jake walking toward her. Her heart raced even faster. "Hey, Mia," he said with a friendly smile. "Hi, Jake," she replied, trying to sound calm but feeling giddy inside. "Yeah, saw you got a letter today," he said, looking curious. Mia nodded, feeling shy but excited. "Yeah, I'm not sure who sent it." Jake smiled wider. "I think I might know." He reached into his backpack and pulled out a small box wrapped in red paper. Mia's eyes widened as Jake handed her the box. "Happy Valentine's Day," he said cheerfully. With trembling hands, Mia unwrapped the box to find a beautiful bracelet inside, adorned with tiny hearts that sparkled in the fading light. "Oh my gosh, it's lovely!" Mia exclaimed, feeling warmth spread through her chest. "I wanted to give you something special," Jake said shyly. "I'm really talented at art and I thought you'd like it." Mia couldn't believe it. This was more than she had ever hoped for. "Thank you so much. This means a lot to me," she said with a big smile. As they stood under the old oak tree surrounded by the beauty of nature and each other's company, Mia realized that this Valentine's Day was turning out to be one she would never forget. With hearts full of joy and friendship blossoming between them, Mia and Jake began to talk about their favorite things: art, music, and dreams for the future. They laughed together as they shared stories and discovered more about each other. Little did they know that this was just the beginning of their adventure together, a journey filled with friendship, laughter, and perhaps even love. And so began an unforgettable Valentine's story in Willow Creek. The next day at school was even more exciting than Valentine's Day itself. Mia couldn't stop glancing at the heart-shaped bracelet on her wrist, a constant reminder of Jake's thoughtful gift. Every time their eyes met in class, they exchanged shy smiles, a silent acknowledgement of their newfound connection. After school, Jake suggested they visit the local art studio where Mia often painted. It was a cozy little place filled with colorful canvases, brushes, and the pleasant scent of oil paints. Mia was thrilled at the idea of sharing her passion with Jake. As they walked into the studio, Mia showed Jake her favorite paintings, explaining the stories and emotions behind each one. Jake listened attentively, his eyes wide with admiration. He was genuinely interested in her art, and that made Mia feel incredibly special. "Your paintings are amazing, Mia," Jake said sincerely. "You have a real gift." Mia blushed, feeling a surge of happiness. "Thank you, Jake. That means a lot coming from you." Inspired by the Valentine spirit, Mia grabbed a blank canvas and started painting a scene of the old oak tree where they had met the day before. Jake watched in awe as she skillfully brought the image to life with vibrant colors and intricate details. Encouraged by Mia, Jake decided to try his hand at painting too. He picked up a brush and nervously began to sketch a simple landscape. Mia offered helpful tips and suggestions, guiding him through the process with patience and encouragement. They spent the rest of the afternoon painting side by side, lost in their own creative worlds. Laughter filled the studio as they shared stories, jokes, and artistic ideas. Mia realized that Jake wasn't just a crush, he was also becoming a true friend. As the sun began to set, they stepped back to admire their finished paintings. Mia's oak tree scene was beautiful and vibrant, capturing the magic of their special meeting. Jake's landscape was simpler but filled with a heartfelt charm that warmed Mia's heart. With their paintings in hand, they decided to take a stroll through the park. The air was crisp and cool, and the sky was painted with hues of pink and purple. They walked along the winding paths, talking and laughing, their bond growing stronger with each passing moment. As they reached a small bridge overlooking a serene pond, Jake stopped and turned to Mia. He took a deep breath, his eyes shining with sincerity. "Mia," he began hesitantly, "I really enjoyed spending time with you these past 2 days. You're kind, talented, and really fun to be around." Mia's heart fluttered as she listened to his words. She had been hoping he felt the same way. "I like you a lot, Mia," Jake confessed, his cheeks turning slightly red. "Would you maybe want to go on a real date sometime?" Mia's face lit up with a radiant smile. "I would love that, Jake," she exclaimed, feeling butterflies in her stomach. Hand in hand, they continued their walk through the park, their hearts filled with joy and anticipation. As they reached Mia's house, Jake stopped at the doorstep and turned to face her. "I had a really great time, Mia," he said softly. "I'll call you tomorrow." "Definitely," Mia replied, her smile reaching her eyes. With a gentle hug and a promise to talk soon, Jake waved goodbye and headed home. Mia watched him go, her heart overflowing with happiness. As she walked inside, she couldn't help but feel that this Valentine's Day had been the most magical one yet. Not only had she received a thoughtful gift and a heartfelt confession, but she had also discovered a genuine connection with someone special. Mia knew that their journey had just begun, but she was excited to see where it would lead. With Jake by her side, she was ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead, knowing that their friendship and blossoming romance would only grow stronger with time. And so, in the small town of Willow Creek, a sweet Valentine story came to a happy and heartwarming end, filled with art, friendship, and the promise of a beautiful future together.